All right. Welcome to Cooking Conspiracy. Yeah, we just might be a little bit off kilter here tonight. That's okay. But welcome back to Cooking Conspiracy. I know it's been a bit, but this is what we got on tap. It's a vacation night. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to just do some manicotti, following the recipe on the box. What's up, Mr. Man Bryce? Good to see you. Good to have you. What's up, Dottie? Let's see if I can. Yeah, well, it's not like your mom hasn't been picked up before. Oh! Ah. So, just raiding the refrigerator, the freezer. Thought we had breakfast sausage. We didn't. Closest thing I found was, I guess, some brats. What's up, Daenerys? We're gonna turbo thaw it. Just making dinner before going walleye fishing. We're gonna turbo thaw these. We're gonna throw them in some water. Turbo thaw them, then we're gonna brown them up in a fry pan just to use in our sauce. That'll be good. But give that some time. Got a big pot of water boiling there. I'm not gonna forget to salt it. Well, fuck me. I guess we might be fucked because I think that's only a little bit of salt we had. Well, it's not going to be enough to salt the water, but it'll be okay. Agree or disagree with whatever the guy was saying, it was a political assassination, and that's not cool in this country. I mean, you got to look at it. There's when people tell you who they are, believe them. I mean, there is a strong militant group of people in this country, and we really need to be aware of it. I mean, it's just, yeah, I'll drink to Charlie, Brett. I mean, murdered in cold blood, And the thing is, the killer's probably not that far out of the mainstream of people that support, That's what that party stands for. Believe it or not. Look at how many of your friends, people that, talk about how they're moderate and how they're peaceful and this and that. And look at how many of them posted something on their Facebook or Instagram or blue TikTok, whatever, and look at how many of them are saying the guy got what he deserved. Or saying, oh, yeah, the guy, yeah, that sucks, but look at Gaza. Believe people when they tell you who they are. Yeah, Martin Luther King didn't deserve to be shot either. I agree with that, my man. But guess what? Martin Luther King was a Republican. I mean, Mr. Mann, I absolutely agree that he was a polarizing figure. I mean, either way, he should, that was a pretty brutal way to go, and you don't silence your opposite, you don't win a theological or political debate by just killing the other guy, All right, let's get that water nice and salty. Yeah, I mean, I think most people, at least sensible people, agree, both sides of the spectrum, that it's wrong to assassinate somebody that you have political differences with. What's up, King Goat? Make a Manicotti. Hey, what's up, Sad? Yeah, Malcolm X shouldn't have been offed either. JFK, Abraham Lincoln. JFK, we can start to talk about the origins of the deep state, IPA. No. Come on. We're up north, boys. Labatt's. Now I'm on vacation. Oh, welcome, Mr. Dover. Yeah, well, I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to have another couple bend over. Manicotti. Testing out Barillas recipe here. NKMZ, I'm willing to entertain that conspiracy because it definitely did take the focus off of Israel's strike into Qatar. Well, I haven't been following the details about the strike, and that is a touchy subject because Qatar is one of our allies. Israel's an ally. Bombing Qatar, even though there were some assholes that they bombed, is a nice change of topic. So, Nick Miz, there might be something to that. Ariana? Well, fuck. That's the nice thing about the Second Amendment is you don't need to hit the gym to protect your family and friends. Well, Danny, and here you are. I'm glad you're with us today. Put a lid on that. I'll come up to a boil faster. Janet, he's gone. Hate to break it to you. He's with our Lord and Savior. Yeah. So the turbo thaw appears to have worked here. Let's go ahead. We can kill the heat on that. I'm not trying to burn my hands on this. Let's get this. We can drain that. So let's set this off to the side. We got to think about the order of operations we want to do with this pan, because I don't want to do any more dishes than I have to, so I'm gonna do the live long and prosper. Fucking Star Trek nerd. No, I'm gonna do the spinach first, and then we're gonna do the mushrooms. So might as well prep everything first. Yeah. Wash the mushrooms off. You don't know who picked them. Alright, once again, you don't know who picked your spinach, let's wash them. Gummy bear. Doesn't need to. This process is fine. It was in boiling water. Anything on the outside of those sausages have been sterilized. If you're that concerned about it, just flip your board over, pretend I did or whatever. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not wrong. You got a point, but I think it's fine because the sausages just came out boiling in water. Skin's not pierced, they'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Man, you got a point there. I mean, I'm not sure it's ironic. I think that was kind of exactly his point, that these terrible things happen. But I think we both can agree that the people who do school shootings and the people that just assassinate people are both murderers and some sort of criminal. And I don't believe that law-abiding citizens should have their rights taken away because of what criminal shitheads do. I mean, the poor bastard was out there inspiring debate and back and forth. Linguini's good. You know, what type of linguine? What's up, Rocky? Let's get that fired up. I'm a big fan of linguine. Preferably clams. I like eating the clam. You know, I can't lie about that. Potato casserole, that sounds good. Way too much butter, you're right. Let me set that to the side. About 1 tablespoon is about ready to be right. Yep. With that blue light. Loose definition of a beer. Yeah. I gotta let the butter melt down. Let's start working on these mushrooms. It's about the right amount. Let's make sure you get your little chodes off the end of them. Circumcise your mushrooms. Nobody likes a hoodie. If you have kids, you don't want him to have a hoodie. He will get made fun of. Now, if you see dirt on your cutting board, that means your mushrooms weren't washed too good. Oh, thank you, Franchise. It's vacation speed here. Alright, so we got a thing of spinach, about 8 ounces or so. Let's go ahead, throw it in there. Crank the heat up a little bit there. Set a timer for, I don't know, 4 minutes. That's too much if the pan was hot, but it'll be fine. These mushrooms got too much dirt. They're making my cutting board muddy, so we're gonna rub them off. Northern Michigan, Daenerys, a little bit south of the bridge. You know, only about an hour and a half from Canada if I drove straight north. So, oh shit, you like breasts, Smoke. But yeah, that probably turned into some nice sandwiches. Oh, I am gonna rub off my mushrooms, Smoke. Oh, nice, Gummy. Well, we're happy to have you here. I mean, you apparently like desert things. I like places where it rains, you know. But this is why when you wash your mushrooms, you really need to give them a rub down. Because I rinsed them off, and look at all the dirt that's coming off all of them. That dirt's not going to add any flavors, alright? Well, I mean, the rifle they found, from my understanding, is just a bolt-action hunting rifle. I mean, that's the type of rifle the libs say that we're welcome to have, but they're still going to try to spin it as this was a gun violence thing. No, this was political violence. I mean, everybody and their brother is going to try to spin it for their own purposes. Yeah, that's messed up. Isn't every summer in Arizona a hot summer? Pardon my ignorance. Well, I used to know somebody that lived in Washington that had a similar name that was very attractive. Chances are it's not you, though. Maybe, though. And went to the same school, worked for the same company, works for Microsoft. 10 out of 10. Yeah, Florida's cool. What's up, Marianne? Careful what you wish for, honey. Well, my might have to go battle the Indians and play some blackjack. What's up, Lisa? We're making manicotti. No, Cali, parts of Cali are beautiful all around. I mean, California's got beautiful natural resources and a lot of good things going for it. I mean, anybody that out of hand says California sucks is probably a dumbass. I mean, we're going to go ahead, drain this. You got your steamed spinach. It'll chop down nicely. Just kill your heat for now. I mean, we're a little bit behind on timing, but that's all right. Shut the fuck up. There goes my sponsors. San Jose is cool. What's up, Rhonda? Oh, thank you, Gummy Bear. You as well. I'm, like 10% sure I know you from real life and 90% sure it's a coincidence, but God bless you. Oh yeah, Manicotti's a win. Cool. Banger Man was worse. Oh yeah, well, like skiing, the snow was good. Cabernet, GVU rocks. Iowa's cool. I like Iowa. I bet Gummy Bear's hot. It's gonna be awkward if it's the one that I know in real life, but I'm okay with that. Maybe a slight compliment will push things in the right direction. Yeah. Spinach really does cook down when you steam it down. Hey, I'm sorry, El Gato con Mata. I'm sorry your signature drink is a strawberry gin and tonic. Some of us like real water. Mushrooms, Rhonda. Steamed spinach, and we'll combine it all nicely into a mixing bowl later on. You know, it'll be good. So help me, Rhonda. Blah, 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 blah. Good song. Yeah. Rinse that off, give it a wipe. Use that same wet paper towel, get spinach out of the sausage pan, mushroom pan. Piss. Let's get that on medium-low heat. We're going to take one of our sausages and we're going to cut that up. We're going to fry it up, get some color on it, add in the mushrooms and some butter, and it'll be excellent. Now, whoever was complaining about food safety, I got some raw meat in the middle. It was a frozen sausage. I had turbo thaw. By that I meant I threw it in boiling water. Thawed out real quickly, and guess what? It's going to be fine. But I am going to wash this cutting board off and the knife before I use it for anything else. But we're going to fry the sausage, then add the sauce and the mushrooms in. Get those cooked up nicely. Then add them to a mixing bowl with the steamed spinach and the ricotta. That'll be good. And we'll reserve the other sausage for the marinara sauce. Any good marinara sauce needs some sort of meat, and if not, you're a commie, Yeah, well, I'll probably be down for a 2-on-1 Andy v. Rhonda times 2. Why not? Why not? Just a little bit of butter, fat, cooking fat of some type. Make sure you get the pan nice and lubed up. Throw your sausage in. Rinse the board, then we'll return. Parmesan oregano will come into play a little bit later on, but yes. What type of organization do you think I'm running? No Parmesan. Come on. Just like that, we call this a born-again Christian cutting board. Still ain't a virgin. Hamburger would be excellent. That's your recipe, all right. Put in the ricotta, the sausage, or what? Okay, we're gonna cook the sausage until it's at least brown, then we're gonna add a shit ton of butter, and then we're gonna add a shit ton of mushrooms, all right? I'm gonna go find a mixing bowl in the meantime, yeah? Yes, I concur, Rhonda. I am gonna grate the Parmesan. I am gonna put in the filling with ricotta. Alright. Manicotti are going in to get boiled. Let's see. Check the time on this. It says 9 minutes, alright? That back up to boiling, throw that away. Stir your sausage around. And it's okay to beat up the sausage sometimes. You know, sometimes the sausage needs to be beat. More fun when somebody else does it for you, but here we are. Mostly you're looking for the juice out of the sausage. That's really what makes babies and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's going to go, it's what Barillas says, Rhonda Holman. What's up, George? How you doing? Yeah, you know, this is what happens when I'm not 6 hours ahead of the East Coast anymore. So let's make sure the sausage is cooked all the way through before we add the mushrooms in. We're going to add a lot of butter in. Mushrooms are cut real small. They're diced. They'll cook quick. Manicotti, George. I mean, yeah, the Rondas want to work a 2-on-1 on me, George. Send back up. And the sausage isn't going to overcook once you put the mushrooms on. You know, mushrooms in, you know? And even if they do, it'll just be a little bit of nice little crispiness in the final product. Don't stress. Crank the heat up a little bit. Helicopter symbol, helipad. I don't know what the H means, Rhonda. And obviously, if you got the foresight, thaw your meat out ahead of time. It works out better. Don't recommend turbo thawing unless you have to. I had to today, you know. But that bratwurst cooked through. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to it. Put that right in the middle, let it melt down. Law enforcement officer. Oh, put me in cuffs, honey. These snozberries taste like snozberries. What are you going to do, Vermont State Trooper? What are you going to do? See that? See that? There we go. Alright. That being said, this is going to need some flavor. It's going to need some seasoning. So the mushrooms cook down that butter for a little bit. But it is going to need some salt. There's no way around that. Good couple cranks of salt. See what we got in the mystery cabinet. Sure, some pepper will help the cause. See what we got here. A little bit of onion powder, sure. Hello. What's going on? I'm talking to the people.
How's my dinner coming?
We're making progress.
What's that shit? Putting a lot of that in there.
We'll cook out. And there's plenty of garlic in there, Rhonda. Yes, you do need to learn how to cook, Justin. Where's some oven mitts?
Here's one.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Somewhere else too. Smells good.
No, it's gonna just smell like bread. I like foil. Oh my god, it's fun. And no problem, Justin. We're here. We're here for unsolicited feedback and advice. It's a beautiful thing. So in here you got salt, garlic powder, onion powder, butter, mushrooms, and then 1 bratwurst, and plus all the fat that I cooked off. It should be pretty good. Vacation, Ashley, vacation. You know, up in northern Michigan from an undisclosed location. You're not stealing my fishing spots. Kill the heat on that. We're done with that for now. Find a safe spot to put the lid, let it chill out for a minute. Kill the timer, because that'll annoy the piss out of me. Let's go ahead, drain your Manicottis, and they're excited, so they've swollen, you know. That's stirring around. Your mushrooms are continuing to shrink down. Alright. So, with that being said, let's go ahead, get barkeepers. Yep. Barkeeper's helper is awesome. Yep. Friends watching them, you know, got the other internet famous dog here. We'll have to toughen them up. We're going to lube our foil using a little bit of olive oil, but they're well taken care of. You know, long-term dog walker, not dog walker, but dog sitter friends. I trust implicitly are currently watching them, so years of experience in wiener dog watching. So, oh, what's up, rude dat boy? You're not wrong. However, I can't seem to get the fucking... There we go. This foil does not want to come off. Okay. Okay, this oil's got a problem. We know how to solve problems. See? Got the lid off. On the paper towel, yeah, that probably would have been a safer option. So we're going to take that olive oil, just a little bit on there. This is just going to make sure the pan's nice and moist, no stickage. And we can set these guys out here. They look kind of flimsy and sad. No filling. We'll come back to them, I mean. Maybe this package sat too long. You know. Whatever. We'll come back to them. We gotta make our filling, yeah? Set those off to the side. Mushrooms here. These are ready to be made to mixed in here. So let's go ahead, throw your sauteed mushrooms in there. Okay. Don't worry about every little bit. it won't matter, but you want to get as much out of there as you want, because we're going to reuse this pan, and every little bit of extra flavor in there is a little bit extra flavor. Let's get all the chunks out here, though. I got another wiener here. Let's kind of just peel the protective layer out. I don't know what you want to call it. You can leave it on if you want. And it didn't come out like I was hoping it, so we've got solutions in place. We got technologies that can solve that issue. And this is where I think I know better than Barilla. Barilla doesn't think they need meat sauce in this recipe. I think it needs some sausage. That's a good way to put it, Ashley. You got away with words. Still hot. Bratwurst in. Oh, I hear the sizzle. And you can wash this off. I think we're done with it almost. That's not true. That's not true. Garlic. Damn it. Let's just take these 3 cloves, give them a beat down, you know. I do love that sound. Give that a quick little stir around. So just take your garlic. Let's give them a coarse mince, whatever that means. Actually, just mince them. I know what a minced garlic means. All right. Take 2-3 cloves, big chop. There you go. Garlic's going in. When you really start to smell the garlic there, you're going to pull out the marinara sauce and throw that in there. Actually, we're going to give it a little bit of olive oil to help it along there. But that pork fat's going to be even better though, you know. Use all your senses here. You know, if I was taking my sweet ass time and it was in my own kitchen, I wouldn't be using pre-made. What's up, Red? How you doing? Let's make sure the sausage is cooked all the way through and the garlic's cooked before you go in with the marinara. The most important thing is don't burn the garlic. That will ruin the sauce. Yeah, sausage cooked, the garlic's cooked. Let's do about half the jar there. Turn it down into a low to a simmer. See what we got here. Apparently Grandma likes a big jar of dill. A little bit of oregano, that can go in. That won't hurt anything. A little bit of oregano in there, yeah. Apparently they like cilantro here. Shit, I don't want that. Maybe a little bit of red pepper. Sure, that'll be nice. Some... You gotta use what you got. That's what I got for seasoning here. Yeah. Let's go ahead, stir that together. I'll let that cook down. We'll decide if we need to add a little bit of sugar. But I do know what it does need, though. Yeah! Hey, do you want to string those poles while I cook? Fuck me. Off cooking at the family house. Need salt. I did put a lot of salt in earlier when I was cooking the mushrooms, as well as some other spots. The sausage puts off some salt as well, so I'm a little bit hesitant about adding too much salt, George. You know, if you layer it in early, you don't need to use as much.
When's my damn dinner gonna be ready?
It's not too far. How about you go string those goddamn bowls up?
What?
String the bowls up, you know.
How long do I have?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Good. Well, I'll go make sure the bowl's ready.
All right.
Hey! Who's on? Who's on? Anybody I know on?
Well, I don't know. You know, maybe you should sign in. You might know your alias.
I don't want to know my alias.
Well, maybe you should put your mask on then, god damn it. Yeah, we're going to throw a little bit of wine in there. Doesn't matter. Anything red would work. This is Cabernet. And just let that simmer together. Ain't rocket scientist. Oh, Saddle Girl 771. It's been a good minute. Multi-purpose wine. Now, yeah, the mushrooms here, a little bit of sausage cooked in. Got some steamed spinach. Let's go ahead and do that. Got some Parmesan. Thought you were gonna come visit me, Saddle. Yeah, I get that feeling. Yeah, well, Falcor, your mother's private's dirty, so are we gonna really go there? Actually, they're probably pretty clean, judging by how many times they've been to the free clinic. Thanks, George. Ciao. I think we probably need about a half cup of Parmesan for this mix, you know? It's not to my flavor profile, not to my palate, saltify. Well, you know, you jerk off 17 times a day, Falcor, and in that regards, I am an amateur to you. What's up, Winnie? Yeah, I got the Parmesan. Right, well, I gotta mix that in with the. So you got your mushrooms and sausage, you got your steamed spinach, you got your Parmesan, and then 12 ounces ricotta. This is 15 ounces. We're gonna do about half since I've taken some liberties with the recipe here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for, but we'll throw it back in the fridge, yeah? Yeah, this is what we got. We got your mushrooms and sausage, steamed spinach, Parmesan, ricotta cheese here. So let's just go ahead, mix all that together. forget to give your sauce a stir once in a while. Turn down the heat on that even. And you definitely want it well mixed. You don't want any pockets of just spinach or just mushrooms or just ricotta. I mean, you want it evenly blended, all right? Oh, I'm just on vacation. I'm in northern Michigan right now. Just south of the bridge. Yeah, we all know Falker's mother is a whore that, you know, if I was living in the same house as her, I would have to wash my hands quite frequently as well. But fortunately, my mother is not a whore that sleeps with half the town like Faulkner's mother. Okay, that's going to be our filling for our manicotti here. I'm going to find a Ziploc bag here. Alright, we're just going to try this and see if it works here. That's some good filling. Take this, we're going to cut the corner of our Ziploc off, alright? Probably could have cut it a little bit finer, but that's okay. We're just gonna, I don't know how to say this politely, but you're gonna, you know, a little bit of foreplay to fluff it up, and you're gonna put the cock in the hole, and then you're just gonna fill, all right? And you're gonna put it in, back in there. You might have to lift some up, put some sauce down. You know, some of these manicotti, you know, the timing was off, it's okay. Yeah, I don't want to split all these. Maybe I should finger bang them, you know, whatever. The timing was a little bit off. You should want your manicotti to come out of the out of the oven about the or out of the boiling water about the same time you're ready to fill them. That way they don't have performance issues. Interesting. No, the noodles weren't cooked too long. They've been sitting a little bit too long, you know? Different, but the same. Oh, man. Whatever. They'll still be good. So you can take it. You're gonna say open up, open sesame, whatever. Squeeze. Oh shit. Okay. Lesson learned, don't cook your pasta too far ahead of time, but that's all right. That's why it's breaking open. It'll buff out in the end, I promise. Okay. Whatever. As you can see, some of these have broken open. That's okay. Kind of pisses me off. They're not going to be as pretty. But just go ahead, stuff the ends. Get what you can in there. I guarantee you it's still going to be excellent. We got 6 of them. All right. How long do we need to bake these for? 30 minutes. Nah. Alright. Take your sauce. Give it a good stir. Move all the bullshit out of the way here. And then just... kill the heat on that. I'm going to take your Parmesan. Oh, well, you know, Ginger. Uh-oh. Well, Ginger, you know what? Sorry you have trouble erecting things, you know? Parmesan on top, and then you could even put some provolone or some other bullshit on there if you want. 2 tonight. But guess what? I like leftovers. Some of you older brothers should be able to appreciate that. Alright, in the oven, 30 minutes. Actually, we're going to cover that. We're going to cover that before we cook it. I don't want the cheese to burn. Fuck, that's hot. Alright, we're going to set that to cook for 25 minutes or whatever, and then chill out. And when you mix this filling and combine it with some marinara, it's going to go next level. Well, while I'm back, I'm not going to see much for the next 20 minutes. But the manicotti's in the oven, you know. Now, the filling. Well, Marvin Lott, your family dynamics are probably a mess, but live and let live, right, buddy? Now, let me know. At what age did your father leave you, Marvin? Maybe he's still going to come back from buying cigarettes or a half-gallon of milk. Who knows? I'll do what I can, Gummy Bear. It's going to be some good marinara. How many STDs does your mother have, Marvin? Because I know you don't know your father. Yeah, the filling. Yeah, as much as you can. lukewarm. I didn't make it from scratch, but I made it from ricotta, mushrooms, parmesan, sausage, ricotta that I all combined together or whatever. So it should be pretty good. I mean, I did not buy the mixture pre-made, if that's what you're asking. What's up, Motion? How you doing? No, Gummy Bear, absolutely not. Watch YouTube, learn from ex-girlfriends' mothers. They know a thing or two. No substitute for experience. You say you sucked sausage? Oh, that's better than swallowing the sausage mash up. But, you know, the people want to know, you know, mashup is how big a sausage can you fit down your throat if you relax? Hey, Dad! Dad! Fuck me, right? Yeah, there's a lot of freaks in here, Gummy Bear. You're right. I've been good, Motion. How have you been? A lot of losers come in here, Gummy Bear, and I think most of them just lack a father figure in their lives. And probably are perverts too, you know, that don't often leave their abodes. Yeah, Peter North steps in once in a while. string those poles? Ah, well. Sad angel, maybe.
You off the air?
No, it's still cooking.
Well, how much longer before we eat?
How much should be on 15 minutes on the stove? How much longer until those poles are really strong? I'm washing my goddamn dishes. Damn it. What are you looking for?
Stuff.
You better investigate that goddamn noise.
What's that? Hang on, let me hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Going live. Yeah, that could be a popular subject. Alright. Well, the wieners aren't around to assist, but I guarantee you he can eat a lot more than the wieners can.
What's that?
Wally. Yeah, look at that. Yes. Yes. What are you talking about?
Where did I set my drink? Hang on a second. Oh, he's on. He's
Talking
live.
about,
I
I'm
can't be
talking about
bothering him
people.
right now.
Yeah, well, God damn it, you're damn right. You know.
Where's my beer?
I don't know.
Anyway, no, that's. I would say. Let me get it.
Well, yeah. I think a Doberman counts as a dog, and he is internet famous. You know, Google dog throws snake. Some of you have seen him before on the internet. Yeah, no, this is crazy. It's almost like the oven takes 30 minutes and I got nothing to do 90s gummy bear. Second or third time making it John Smith. Still got some things to work out on it. Mainly, I think if I gotta do it again, I'm gonna make sure that when I boil the pasta and pull it out, I'm not gonna give it time to get flaccid and break open. But it's still, oh shit, gummy bear, you're still. You still could be the gummy bear that I know from real life. Who knows? No, yeah, he's a big puppy. Big 10-year-old puppy. Internet famous Doberman, you know. Let's say Charleston. Where do you know me from? Random scrolling? Or from Montana? I don't know. If you know, you know, Gummy.
It's a welfare open bar situation.
No, welfare open bar situation is no open bar at all. Remember that. I'm gonna ask my people, they'll weigh in on it.
Well, yeah, it's just.
Okay, well, you know. I'm sure, you know, there are different Magumis out there, you know. I'm assuming you get the name Gummy Bear from either your first or last name. Probably have Japanese descent, named Megumi, if I had to bet.
Anyway, what else is up?
You return those poles, or we're going fishing or not? You want garlic toast with dinner?
Sure, yeah, I know. What's that thing?
You want garlic toast with dinner? There's already plenty of carbs here.
Maybe one piece. What did you say?
Yeah, well, you got me. Maybe you just ran out of teeth. I don't know. little bit behind schedule, but it's all right because the manicotti, when it comes out of the oven, is going to need to cool for about 5-10. Well, you know, that was. I'm just making guesses here, you know, but just. You're just gonna real simple butter on bread, garlic powder on top, about 10 minutes in the oven, and I'll make a nice toast. All right. Thicker the butter, the better. You don't need to go overkill though. Oh shit, tore that bread. Fuck that. This is trash. 3 pieces of garlic toast. I won't have any. Dad will have 2. I'll have 1. Perfect. Gotta find something to stick it in the oven for. That oven fucking tin. We don't have any goddamn bacon trays here. Whatever, it'll work. Now I'm gonna season it on the counter here because I can wipe the counter down with a wet paper towel and it's good. I wish, Kevin, just my daddy. Garlic powder. Mix in with that butter. Just put a little bit of oil and I'll spread it on the bottom using one of them pieces of bread, and I'll just keep everything from burning. Just nice and lube. Don't go in dry. Unless you're into that type of thing. Then now that's just Parmesan. That's garlic bread, but if you want to take it to the next level, what you can do with your garlic bread is you can add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top.
Ask the people what they think. Ask the people what they think. You talk to anybody. He can call. I'm going to have Andy call tomorrow. He knows how to talk. He does right, and he knows how to talk shit. So, get her number. I'm going to have Andy. All right?
Okay, we'll pop these in for about 10 minutes or so. They'll be good. Well, yeah, that was kind of mean, but, you know, sorry. I was thinking gums and gummy bear, and, you know, hey, I thought it was name-based, but you said you made it up. I didn't know where it came from. You know. That's going to be a bitch to get out. Shit happens, you know. Yeah, you're not wrong, Danny. They look quite similar as well. But he doesn't want to be internet famous, so. Fishing is starting to look doubtful tonight. He's not restringing the poles. So I come back here once a year, and the one thing I ask is if people use my fishing stuff, they leave it close to how they found it. But no, whenever I come back here and I look at my fishing stuff, it's always messed up, and I'm always very upset about it. Leave this on the counter for toast tomorrow morning. Going fishing or not? We're past the prime time already, aren't we?
Yeah.
Nah, by dinner's gonna push us past.
Yeah, we probably are. We might be able to go for just a boat ride,
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, well, you know, shit. Way to be a downer, real deal. This isn't a downer sound channel. Do I need a coaster or anything to put this hot tray onto this Bushler's block with, Dad?
Yeah, you better put something down. Yeah, pull one of those copper trays out, turn it over. In the long cupboard beside the dishwasher. Beside the dishwasher.
One of these big ass glass trays, I guess, will work.
Okay, well, they got the big flat ones.
Well, I didn't see any of those. Don't burn your countertop, alright? Yeah, I left the fridge empty, Danny. I know better. Actually, I left some guest beer, like the weird shit that I'll never drink. That, you know, when beer companies sell the variety pack, that's shit beer. Never buy it. That's the shit that didn't sell. They'll put like 2 good beers in, so you have to suffer through the other 4 shitty beers in the package. Not worth it. Don't buy it. Want me to steam up some broccoli or a vegetable or anything to go with this? What? Oh, fuck. It's gonna be the best Italian food you've had in a long ass time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, hear the sizzle. What's up, Belgie? I like rum too, Red. Rum's good. Yeah, that's a bummer, real deal. That's a bummer. You like a glass of red to go with dinner? Alright, red would go nicely with it. Switch it up. Yeah, suck my balls, so that looks pretty good. You know what? We're going to grate a little bit more Parmesan, go on top of that. Oh, that'll be about perfect, yeah? There. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need to add a freaking mountain or anything like that. Throw the cover back over, trap the heat inside. Don't burn yourself on hot glass. trap the heat in. Don't burn yourself trying to get a perfect seal. It'll be fine. You want 2 of these? 2 manicotti. What? 2 will be a meal. 2 to 3 will be a meal. Yeah, you could a real deal, but guess what? I'd rather have them soaked than marinara. But really, you should put the marinara down on the pan, on the bottom of the pan. Put your shells on top, and put some sauce on top of that. I screwed up these shells. You know, I cooked them too soon, so they cooled too much. They flattened out. They were pretty flaccid, and then when they tried to resurrect them, they broke. It'll be okay though. It will be okay. Oh shit. God damn it. That one broke open. Not the end of the world. Presentation's gonna be just fine. That's one. What? I don't know, fill a spool out. No, thank you, Belgie. Yeah, piping bag would work best for that gummy. You're right. I concur. However, I didn't use that, so I made my own out of a Ziploc bag. Put a palm on top for presentation purposes. Oh yeah, that was hot. Dinner is served. Get on there, soldier. Alright, 1 plate, 2 plate. Where are we eating this shit at? Well, table's full of shit. What table? Small table. Let me sign off. Alright, thanks for hanging out. This was a long one. We used the oven today. That's unusual. But thank y'all. I'm gonna, go eat and maybe go fishing. So thanks for joining. Ciao, ciao.
Mark